Hi everyone. I'm here to talk about my 7 days fitness challenge. And a little disclaimer before continuing. It's only done for like 2 days within the week, and for the rest of the week I just did daily calisthenics here in my house. And those 2 days became what do you became integrated into my schedule, and so I do it regularly much before March began, because by the time March came, a lot of stuff has been going on. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so for the first day of the fitness challenge, all I did was walking. And also to the second day. Why? Because I think walking is a valid sport on its own. It's a lot like jogging, it's a lot like running, and it kinda gets into you slowly. Where in jogging, you can jog for as long as you like, but you're gonna get tired eventually at a very short period of time. But at walking, it's gonna be a little different, although you get to go for a longer distance without exhausting yourself. You also get to get less fatigue than you would get by improperly jogging, like an inexperienced person like me. So, for the first day, I walked around with my route from my house through AP Reyes Avenue, then going towards Calayan Avenue, which all of it happened at the morning. Alright, so not a lot of things were going on in these times of day. Everyone was just rushing to get to their office. Everyone was just having a nice time doing the same thing, jogging and walking, much as I do. And apparently, it's a lot calming to tour the city around through that route, because you can see a transition from urban, you know, from suburban, from the residentials, and all the way up to the high rise by Makati Avenue, which I also went through. And of course, I had to get back home, of course, so I used the JP Rizal route, JP Rizal Avenue, I think. And of course, the view of the city hall is gonna be seen. And I also paused for a bit to buy some of my favorite bread by Sacramento, and then walking through the circuit, Ayala Mall Circuit grounds, to get back home. So that's pretty much my first day. Now, as per the app that I used to record the footage, of course, I used my camera. And to record the actual activity myself, I used the app called Strava, which is something used by a lot of athletes and friends I know. It records the route of whatever you're going through for, say, running exercises, on foot exercises, and even biking. It also records swimming, and also records your pace, and of course the distance that you've walked. Now, the morning walks was pretty refreshing, as well as going to develop your calves, your thighs, your legs as a whole, because you're just walking and it's not gonna exhaust you, so it's gonna be building up that muscle slowly but surely. And right now I can feel the effects of having um, harder calves, which help me kick and also run, and also, of course, walk faster. Now for the second day. To compensate for the first day, I went for a significantly longer route. It went through from my house through Ayala Avenue, which obviously is a longer walk, and to Ayala Triangle. Now, all the other people I was with were people heading to their offices, people heading to their jobs, and other people who will go for jogs, other people who exercise with me, and it's a fun trip. It's very relaxing in a way because I usually am not a morning person. As the footage shows, it's actually a pretty it's actually a very beautiful place to be at that time of morning. And of course at Ayala Triangle, where perhaps most of us would go for the Christmas decor, lighting show, whatever that happens December to January. I went there to walk. I went there to exercise, do some calisthenics. Of course, tour around because it's a very beautiful place. And from there, I used the route to go to Makati Avenue straight through it. And of course, it's Makati CBD Central Business District, so there's just a lot of high-rise buildings there. So I may or may not have enough footage left to show you because my phone died at that day. So all I ever would be showing you is this Strava screenshot of mine that shows the entire route that I took and how much or how long it actually took for me to walk all the way through it. I also had some stops all the way through it, so maybe it's gonna get significantly shorter. So yeah, I think that's all for this video, I guess. It's not a lot. I do admit that I have had some cuts in production of this video. Of course, I focused a lot on myself because I'm very burnt out, as you would see at my What Stresses Me Out activity that will come next. Goodbye.